Burned, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction Part 29. Today's theme is Tangled. If you have not heard the previous 28 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. If you would like to show your support, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment in the comments section. Now then, let's get burned. Kat stood on the roof of the hospital, thinking. It was strange to think there were people who knew his identity, but he somehow wasn't worried. The hospital staff that treated him were not only under oath, but they served other high-status VIP clients without trouble. He could trust them with his identity. The chief of surgery even stopped in and made sure he promised to come in after rougher Akuma fights for checkups. It wasn't a bad idea to have a team of doctors on his side. But it was time to go. He may not be officially discharged, but he was okay now. He had bruises across his body like a pattern of lightning from hitting the water, but most of the initial soreness passed. Besides, Hawkmoth waited for no one, and there was a victim out terrorizing the city again. It was time to go back to work. Ladybug didn't pick up his call. Strange. Should he stay in the eyesight of the Akuma, or help people evacuate? There wasn't time to decide. He swooped down to move a girl out of the way, catching the Akuma victim's attention. "Don't you know that stray cats are a problem in this area?" he said, teasing the victim. It worked. Eyes turned to him as the new center of attention. He took off, leading the victim away from the city corner. "Come on, Ladybug. Catch up." He felt something wrap around his torso and panicked. The victim caught up to him? How? Before he could look, something tugged him into an alley, wrapped up and pressed against... Ladybug? Oh, I didn't expect it to get jumbled. Ladybug sighed as she tried to unwrap her yo-yo from his chest. Hi, he said, blinking twice. Hey, do me a favor and lean closer. Surely there was a better way of getting my attention. There wasn't time. I needed you away from the victim. I tried calling you. Yeah, well, oops. She tugged on the string, pressing it into his shoulder. Hold still, will you? I'm not moving. And besides, do you have a plan? Yeah, I'll need you. Well, I'd love to, but I'm a little tied up at the moment. Her hand stopped for a moment to shoot him a glare for his joke. Glad to see you're feeling better. So, what's the plan? He lifted his arm up to give her a better angle and winced, sore from the bruises on his back. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, they're now delicious shades of blue, yellow, and red pinpoints. The bruises? I never thanked you for carrying me out of the river, my lady. Oh, that wasn't me. He straightened his posture in surprise. Come again? I didn't know you'd fallen off. We were supposed to stop at an ice cream stand for dessert because that's something you'd probably get excited over, and so Andre saw you fall off. Andre? Andre the ice cream man? Kat was bewildered. Yeah, he jumped in and got you out. So what was the red blob I saw? I don't know. You cut your arm pretty bad on the way down, remember? Mr. Liter and a half. Oh, yeah. It's on the back of my arm and it doesn't hurt, so I keep forgetting about it. But that's not the point. You didn't save me. I didn't know you were missing until I saw the ice cream truck driving away. Doesn't he have a cart? It's July. You need a truck to beat the heat. Wow. This is what a paradigm shift feels like. There, she said. Detangled. So, you weren't lying when you said you didn't see my face? Cat thought he'd seen Ladybug make a lot of expressions, but nothing matched the look of bewilderment aimed at him. Excuse you? No! I hate liars! She crossed her arms and huffed, breaking eye contact. You thought I would lie to you? Her tone seemed softer. Sorry. We should get back to that Akuma. Cat felt a wave of shame pass over him and sighed, somehow feeling empty. It pressed on his sternum and put weight on his feet. It wasn't as bad as it could be. His throat wasn't tight, and the sounds of the city didn't change. With a sigh, he lifted his leaded feet and took off, cheeks hot from embarrassment. His emotions tangled him, and it felt like there was nothing he could do about it. Put one step in front of the other, like walking a tightrope. He'd see the other end, talk to Ladybug, untwist his knotted stomach. They'd be all right. But an Akuma fight was no time for tension between the two of them. The victim of the day was a teenage boy rejected by his crush. Oof. It wasn't the first time they dealt with that. He kept talking about the luck of the draw while throwing items like a Ouija board or magic 8-balls. The victim taunted Ladybug's mood, asking if her luck turned sour because of him. I don't know. Maybe it's because my partner thinks I'm a liar, she said, shooting a glare his way. You have to judge my intent behind believing that, LB, Cat yelled. You don't deny it. Can we talk about this somewhere else? He dodged another 4-leaf clover. Clearly the victim had a thing for luck. I'm upset, Ladybug said. Let me be bitter until the fight ends. That made him feel better. He understood the comfort of being upset, and it was her way of saying, we'll be fine. Good. By the time she used her lucky charm, she'd swapped jokes twice, relieving his heart of some anxiety. They'd be okay. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Cat? Ladybug said, zipping off. Wait, how will I? Cat began. Too late. She was gone. Know when to meet you. He sighed and leaned against the brick building beside him. He may as well get to his father's mansion. Natalie covered for him when he was in the hospital, but he didn't want to push his luck. Cat would see Ladybug tomorrow. That was enough to keep him going. It always was. Thank you so much for listening. Part 30 is on its way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction. I'll catch you next time.